Hello, everyone, and I am here with Bob Bond, who is a longtime parishioner here at Christ the King, and we're just going to have just talk to you about sacred music here at the parish. One of the things that obviously that we all know is that we've gone through this kind of transition to a new kind of music in the parish, sacred music, beginning with Edward Atkinson, carried forward by Alex McCune, and I wanted to talk with you, Bob, about your own experience of what has been going on in our parish, kind of like where you were and where you are right now. So let me just ask you, like, because you used to be in the, before I even came here, you were in the choir.
Gus. I sang with Gus in the choir
At the 5:30.
at the 5:30 mass.
All right, and you liked that.
I enjoyed it very much.
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed it very much.
What'd you like about it?
You know, I liked it. That was the first time in my life that I ever sang. I don't have any training or any of that kind of stuff, and so poor Gus, he had to put up with a lot of stuff. But I truly enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Mm-hmm. And when people started talking about sacred music, I really had no idea what that was. I'm very new to the church, and because of that, I don't know the ins and outs of a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And sacred music was one of them. Mm-hmm. I had no idea what it was, what I would be doing, mm-hmm. or anything else.
So when we started, when Edward first came and we had that first time we had a full-time music person at the parish, because he was in the parish and the school. What was your first sort of reaction to when the music started to change?
Well, I kind of wanted to punch you in the nose a little bit, maybe, you know.
Because Bob, that is so you. I love the honesty. Love the honesty.
And I kept thinking, wow, what am I getting myself? What is this? You know, because I'd never really heard sacred music before, and you know, singing in Latin and stuff just really and truly did not impress me at all, mm-hmm. because I don't know it. Mm-hmm. I don't understand it or any of that kind of stuff. And so I was very skeptical, very, very skeptical. And you know that because I came to you and asked you what in the hell you were doing with this sacred music stuff. I thought you were crazy. And so that's what I told you. I think you're nuts. I don't like it. I don't think anybody else is going to like it. Mm-hmm. And you just, you know, being the smooth person that you are, you just said, well, okay, we'll look into it and we'll just kind of let it go and see, you know. And we were just kind of, you just kind of said, we'll just wait and see a little bit. Mm-hmm. And that was the smart thing to do. And I really didn't know that much about Alex when Alex was here for, you know, the first couple of months or whatever. I met him at one of our socials, and he kind of challenged me to, you know, maybe try out for the choir. And since Gus had left, I really missed it. I did, because it was just something that I'd never done in my life, and I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. So I told him, well, okay, you know, I'll think about it. And it took me a couple of weeks, and I called him and said, hey, you know, what do I got to do? What do you want me to do? And he said, well, we'll just meet one day after school, and you can try out.
So let me ask you, what in you, like, wanted to take that risk? Like, if something like you didn't, like you say, you didn't know anything about sacred music, didn't really like it, and then to say this when Alex said, well, I think you should join the choir. What would you say motivated you to, like, oh, I'm going to give this a try?
What motivated me was that I missed singing. Mm-hmm. That's because I never really knew that that I had any talent in that direction at all, and so I missed it. And Alex kind of challenged me a little bit in the fact that, well, you know, anybody can sing what you were singing, but not everybody can sing sacred music.
What are you noticing, like, just in yourself, of like, what do you enjoy about it?
The challenge. Because let me tell you, people, if you think you're the only ones that have problems with this Latin, then you're completely mistaken. Because I'm having a lot, I fight it every day. Or not every day, I fight it when I go to practice, and I fight it when I'm singing at Mass. And I fight it because it's hard. It's very hard. But if I can do it, you guys sure in hell can do it. I'll tell you that for a fact.
Well, so some of the things I really noticed too, because the 5:30 choir is a learning choir, right? These are
Yes.
it's
Yes.
an opportunity for people who haven't had musical training or feel very unsure about this. So this is a time and to get, I mean, you get free vocal training.
Yes,
right?
right, exactly.
If you, because and Alex is outstanding on.
Alex is beyond,
you got a tremendous amount of talent.
yes,
And just easy to work with too.
He's
Because I
very
think
easy to work with.
But have you noticed anything like I guess from knowing you and being your friend these last few years of seeing this love of the Lord develop and your one of the things that really impressed me about you, Bob, is that you're seeking the Lord, like and for whatever reason you took that risk to say, I don't know much about sacred music, but I'm willing to put myself out there. Have you noticed any sort of effect that it's having on you? What have you, or not only with about anything?
Well, as far as Jesus is concerned, you know my story. You know where I came from. You know things about me that a lot of people don't know about me. And one of them was the fact that my son was sick, and that's a long, long story, but that's when God and I got together. And because of what he did for me, I'll just never be able to repay him. And so I have to continually go after him, because if I don't, I'll not be the person that I want to be. I'll be the person that I used to be. And I can't do that anymore. I can't.
But it doesn't sound like you want to either.
No, I don't. I haven't been there. I've done it. I know what it's like. I don't want it.
Because to see how our Heavenly Father just acted in a very kind of miraculous way with your son, and the gratitude that you have for him, in a way I can see that this part of the seeking of him is like there's something in this sacred music that.
Well, to me there is. To me there is. It's
Tell me more about that.
It's more God than it is music. To me, it comforts me. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel that I am trying to be closer to God by singing this particular music, because this is the music that God wanted for the church. And I don't always do what I am supposed to do in God's eyes. I probably apologize to God more than anybody in the world every day. And I'm always saying, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Help me. Something. I'm always saying that to him. And God and I are friends. We're not just parishioner and God. I talk to God in my car. I talk to God just exactly like I talk to this gentleman right here. I don't pull any punches with him either, because I know he doesn't pull any punches with me. And I'm going to be just as honest with him as I am with Monsignor, because he knows all anyway. I really don't have to talk to him. I don't feel like I really have to do anything except walk around and be the person that I feel I should be to God, because he already knows what I'm going to do. He already knows what I'm going to say. He already knows. He knows everything about me, and he's known it before I was born, for Christ's sake. But if you don't try to do what you think is right in his eyes, it's not good for your soul. In my respect, I don't know about anybody else. I'm just talking about me.
Sure, yeah.
Because it's not, I can't do it anymore. I have to be, or at least try to be, the person that God wants me to be. Because for many, many, many years, I was not even close to that. And so that's one of the reasons that I enjoy the sacred music.
Wonderful. Gosh, Bob, I appreciate you sharing and
Well,
sharing. Hopefully, you enjoy that too. And I guess it's an invitation to kind of enter into that. If you initially are unsure about this music, I mean, what I'm hearing from you, Bob, is like, give it a try. It'll.
No, I think you should. I think
it's hard.
Yes, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
It's not. I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be rewarding, and it's going to take you some time to get in tune with it, understand it a little bit, but it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't. And if there's anything that I can do in my limited little knowledge that I have, I will try to help you. And I know for a fact that Alex will help you a lot because it is not easy.
Yeah, but what I've noticed though is in that 5:30 choir of people who don't have a background in music but a willing heart, that in like 3 months, not only does that choir now chant well, that now you're singing in parts.
Yes.
And if I'd have asked you 3 months ago, Bob, you're going to be singing a part.
I didn't even know what it was. I had no idea what parts was.
Yeah.
Ever. I had no idea.
But I think this is the great thing that Alex is doing with us is that he knows how to help people sing.
Well, kudos to the man because he does. And he does it graciously. Mm-hmm. He doesn't get in your face. He's not pointing his finger at you. And we wouldn't be where we are without Alex. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't give him enough credit because the man, he's got more energy than 3 kids, he does. And it's just amazing to me. And I hear such good things about what he does for the kids that it just, and I know that's got to be true because he does it for us as well.
Yeah. And I think the way he set it up too is that we have this choir for anybody who wants to be a part of it.
Anybody.
You can just come, and if you want to get some musical training and pray with your heart, in your voice, you can. The 5:30 choir is doing that. If you have a musical background and are a bit more advanced, you can be there. Or the 11 o'clock choir if you're a kid. We have our Scola. I mean, so there's something for everybody, really.
Yes, absolutely,
and,
absolutely.
Bob, I really appreciate you.
Well, I'm glad you let me do this because when it comes to this, I really think you need to give it a chance. I do. And Alex,
that's good. We'll leave it as an invitation.
Yeah,
an invitation, really, to go deep with this, and you hear it from one of our parishioners, great parishioners here at Christ the King, Bob Bond. It's such a pleasure to be with you, and God bless you. And
I love you.
You too, and love you guys out there. And we'll go forward from here. Thanks for joining us. God bless.